What is going on, guys? This is Jake at That Fit Friend, and today we're gonna be doing a Lululemon try-on haul. This is a bunch of their activewear, so basically I wanted to make this for like summer 2023. Have a ton of joggers, shorts, and t-shirts here for the active guy. I have everything timestamped down below, so if you are interested in just one article of clothing, definitely jump around. You don't have to stick through the whole video. I don't want you to do that. Be efficient with your time. But let's go ahead and talk about my dimensions really fast before we actually get into the try-on haul section of this video. All right, so I'm gonna have all my dimensions over here on the screen, but I am 6 foot, 180 pounds. And with Lululemon gear, I typically wear a medium in their shorts because I have a 32-inch waist. And then with their joggers, I will go up to a large versus a medium because the large, it fits me a little bit better. The medium is just way too snug to the legs. And then for tops, so the t-shirts that you'll see in this video, I go with a large because with mediums, I'm in between sizes. They hug my chest and shoulders a little bit too tight and I end up looking like a pylon, like it's way too tight up here and then they get too flowy down low. So I go with a large with their shirts. And one thing I will say is with their shirts, if they do run long, if you go up a size like I do get mine hemmed, so that is a nice perk of buying Lululemon gear. And before we dive in, I do want to disclose, like, this video is not sponsored. I am not getting paid by Lululemon to put this out there. They did send me a gift card for $150 USD, but that pretty much covered one pair of the joggers, and I have bought everything else that you're gonna see in this video. So do note, this is not a sponsored video and I'm not being paid by Lululemon to do this try on haul. So that being said, let's dive in. All right, the first short that I'm gonna talk about is the Surge short. So this is a medium. It is the 6-inch inseam option. I like a little bit of a longer inseam because I have long legs. So 4 inches is a little bit too short for my needs. But the Surge short, there are two key things that I really like about this short. Number one, I like how wispy the shell is. This is a really good, like, warm weather friendly running short. So if you're gonna be wearing a short for more casual runs in the summer, this short has performed really well. And I also like that it has a little stash loop here for your shirt. So if you're like me and you typically run around your neighborhood like a madman without your shirt on, this is nice because then you don't have to like awkwardly stick your shirt into your waistband if you start your run with your shirt on. Now, one thing I will say about the Surge short that I'm not the biggest fan on is that I think if you have bigger legs, this brief can ride up a little bit. And so then if you're storing your phone in this brief pocket here, with this riding up a little bit, it can cause a little bit of chafing and it'll cause your phone to kind of like jam up into the shell. So I think if you do have more muscular legs, you might want to actually pass on the Surge short. I have like more like moderately muscular legs and I find this to ride up a lot. And I have had some chafing issues in the short. So that's why I will limit their use to like sprint work or shorter interval runs. But overall, the Surge short has done a pretty good job. It's not my favorite running short, but for the most part, it's performed well. And I think if you have thinner legs, this short will work really well for your needs. All right, the next short is the T.H.E or the Train Hard Everyday short. So this short only comes in linerless options and there is a 7-inch and 9-inch inseam short. So I do think this could be a good option for folks who do like longer inseams. I went with a 7-inch, so it fits pretty dang well for my overall needs. And I like how stretchy the shell is. So two things that I really like about this short is number one, it's really dang comfortable. So it stretches really well and it's lightweight. Like, this is the type of short that I'll wear to go do work at a coffee shop in and then go train in because it does have a slightly more casual vibe to it. And it does have nice deep pockets for storage for my phone and wallet and whatnot. And it's not so tight on the shell to where it kind of like shoots out my belongings. So I really like that about this short. And I like that, again, it is pretty dang wispy and breathable. So if you want to go linerless or with a liner with these shorts, if you're gonna be training, I would say go liner, but if you're just rocking them casually like I like to do, going linerless is a really nice way to make this short additionally breathable. Now, my only gripes with this short is number one, it can get hung up here and there. And so if you're not wearing a liner that really works well with this short's material, it can get hung up a little bit, especially for my guys out there who do have thicker thighs. So keep that in mind with this short. Also, they don't have options that are shorter than 7-inch inseams. So if you are a guy that likes to flaunt the quads and legs and you like a shorter short, the Train Hard Everyday might not be the best option for you. Also, this short does not come with a liner option. So if you like built-in liners like myself, that is kind of a bummer with this short as well. All right, the next short I'm gonna discuss is the License to Train short. So if you are a guy wanting a short for lifting, this can be a good Lululemon option to look into. The short comes with a 5-inch and 7-inch inseam option, and there's also a liner and linerless option. This is the linerless option, and two things I've noted with this short is, number one, the durability does a pretty good job when it comes to abrasion resistance with barbells. This is more of like a ripstop or like more gritty feeling material, so you will feel that on your skin. And number two, I like that this short has zipper pockets and you could turn the drawstring inside or outside. So if you want to put these strings inside to prevent any form of having them coming undone when like doing cleans or anything where you might have a little bit of rub with the barbell or the ground if you're doing burpees, that's a perk of this short. And the zipper pockets are nice for additional security. So if you're somebody like a commercial gym that you like to walk around with your phone in your pocket, you can zip it up and it's pretty nice for additional security. Now, two things I have noted with this short is, number one, the material is a little bit scratchy, and that's also something I'll talk about with the jogger. And so with this short, I got the linerless option. I actually don't like wearing this short more casually because of the material. It just feels a little bit more rigid on the skin, whereas the Train Hard Every Day is a little bit smoother and a little bit softer. Also with this short, you can have pilling at times, and so when you are cleaning the short, definitely make sure you follow Lululemon's care instructions. I wash the short on cold and delicate, and then I'll let them air dry to prevent that. But with this more rigid material, that is something you can run into, so definitely keep an eye out on that when you are cleaning this short. All right, so our next short is the new Pacebreaker short. So this model has an updated fit compared to the old model. So two gripes I had with the prior iteration is, number one, they were just way too tight for my legs, and then when I go up to a large, they'd be like awkwardly fitting. So the medium was just kind of like unbearable to wear for longer durations. This short has a way better fit compared to the prior iteration. And another gripe I had with the prior Pacebreaker was that because it was so snug for my legs, I would always blow the crotch out of my liner in my Pacebreaker short. So with this new model here, I have yet to have that issue, and I think it's because this compression liner has a little bit more stretch to it. It doesn't feel as limiting, so I don't think it's gonna tear nearly as fast. And the shell fits a lot better too. Like, it doesn't get hung up nearly as much on the legs when going into deep hip flexion. So I like that a lot about the new Pacebreaker's fit. You still have the deep pockets, you still have the zip pocket on the right side. So I think if you were like me and you found the previous Pacebreaker short to just be way too snug for your legs, I honestly think the new Pacebreaker might be one of the better in class options for guys with like more moderately to like more muscular legs regarding its fit and overall performance. But I do have more testing to do on the short, so definitely stay tuned for the review on that. But thus far, I have been really impressed with the new Pacebreaker short. All right, so our first t-shirt is the Drysense short sleeve. So this is a large, and honestly, this fits pretty dang true. If anything, I might get the bottom hemmed up a little bit, but I kind of like when my shirts are a little bit longer. I know not everybody is like that, but this shirt fits my needs pretty dang well, so definitely look at my dimensions once again if you're looking into one of these shirts, because they are pretty dang expensive at that. But the shirt feels really soft on the skin, has a nice level of stretch to it, and I'm stoked to continue training in the shirt because it has been super comfy overall, and I like that I can wear it out and about, and it doesn't feel super heavy, and it doesn't feel like so loose or so baggy or even so limiting. So I find that to walk that really fine line between having a good classic fit for my body. But the Drysense shirt has been one of my favorite Lululemon shirts to date. Typically, I'm not the biggest fan of their t-shirts, but this shirt has performed pretty dang well thus far. The next t-shirt is the Metal Vent Tech short sleeve. So this is a large. This shirt does have a slimmer fit, so it doesn't give me as much room in my shoulders and chest as the Drysense. However, this shirt I think fits pretty dang true as well. I like that it does hug a tiny bit more. This is like the type of shirt that I'll wear on an upper body day just to, you know, have the guns pop a little bit more. But I also like that this shirt does run a little bit longer down here at the bottom as well. So this is a shirt that I think if you like longer t-shirts for training and just daily wear, this is one of the options to look into. Has a good level of stretch, and it does a pretty good job with odor control. So I think if you do want a workout shirt that you can wear probably for like 2 or 3 sessions without having to clean it like myself, then it's a good option to look into. But overall, I have enjoyed this shirt, and I think the standouts for this shirt for my needs is that it does run a little bit longer, and it has a slightly slimmer fit up top for more upper body focused days. All right, so the first jogger of the video is gonna be the Surge Jogger. So the Surge Jogger has a good level of stretch, so I don't think you're gonna find it limiting when you're training. Now I will say it does ride up a little bit down here at the ankle, but I also have longer legs, so I think if you typically have a longer inseam, I would say expect this to ride up a little bit if you're training. Now something I do like with this jogger is that you can zip down here at the cuff On the License to Train and ABC Jogger, which I'm gonna talk about, they don't have that, so they can kind of be a pain in the ass to get on and off, especially if your foot is a little bit sweaty. But I like the Surge Jogger thus far. I like that the pockets are also zip pockets, so you do have additional security. And I went with a large in this because I think it fits my legs a little bit more true. A medium hug's just too tight, and then when I try to put stuff in my pockets, it causes things to poke out. So I think if you do have more muscular legs, I think you should size up with their joggers in general, because this waistband is like for a 34-inch waist, and it doesn't feel so loose, so I don't even really have to tighten up the drawstring with this jogger, so I like that a lot about them. But if you're wanting a jogger, I think for like warming up, running, and for some casual working out, I think the Surge Jogger can be a really good option to look into. The next jogger is the License to Train jogger. Now this jogger is designed to be a little bit more utilitarian, a little bit more durable, and to be quite honest with you, it is my least favorite jogger that Lululemon makes. Like, I think I get the point of like the zip pockets and giving you like this additional functionality, but my issue with this jogger is that, number one, they can be kind of awkward down here to get on and off. And then also, I went with a large, and it's a little bit like too airy up here. It almost feels like I'm MC Hammer when I wear these. But if I go with a medium, they just hug way too tight. So with this jogger, I find them really awkward for my body. So if you have more muscular legs and longer legs at that, that could be an issue for you as well, and definitely something to consider. But to be quite honest, for the price point of these joggers, I'm just not the biggest fan of their overall performance and how they feel on the body, because this material too has a little bit more of a rigid feel. I don't find them to be the most comfortable. So I think if you're looking into a jogger, the Surge Jogger might be a better option, especially for folks who want it for working out. And then if you want something for more casual wear, the ABC Jogger I think can be a better call. The License to Train, it's okay. It's just not my favorite due to some sizing issues and also how the material feels on the skin. The final jogger in this video is the ABC Jogger. So this is what I would call like Lululemon's like tried and true like OG jogger. This jogger I really like best for casual wear. And if I'm gonna be wearing a jogger out and about, but then to go train in, I'll wear this jogger because it gives me the most room up here for my shorts without being like too spacious and too airy and baggy. So I like that a lot. I'll generally take these off before I start warming up though, because they can feel a little bit heavy at times. But overall, I do like that I can wear my shorts under these, and they're heavy enough to give me enough warmth and spacious enough to not make my shorts look super awkward. I also really like the deeper pockets with these shorts and the fact that you can turn the drawstring in and out. So from a more casual point of view, the ABC Jogger does a pretty good job. Now this is a large, the medium is too tight for me, and the large is honestly a little bit big in my opinion, but they do fit pretty dang good, especially if I'm wearing shorts underneath. So that's why I don't complain too much about their sizing, but they can be kind of awkward if you do have meatier legs. So definitely think about that before you invest in the ABC Jogger as well. All right, y'all, that wraps up this Lululemon try-on haul. If you have additional questions on any of the pieces of Lululemon gear that I've talked about in this video, drop a comment down below or reach out to me personally, whichever you prefer. And as always, drop a like on the video, drop subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys in the next one.